Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Edge 70, and I'll be going over unboxing of this device and a quick look, as well as seeing the specifications of it and giving you just my general opinions about the phone itself, with opinions probably coming throughout the video. Okay, so let's start off by unboxing this. There we go. Now, inside of here we get, now that's a pretty chunky little box. A lot of paperwork. Oh, I like that one. So I have a nice little smell to the phone, and this seems like such a stupid thing, but hey, when you open up a box and instead of getting a smell of China, you get nice scented smell. I will always praise that. I have to say, whatever they're doing, keep on doing this. I love the smell of the packages. Damn, that is pretty nice smell. We get a hard case plastic case right here with a MagSafe almost. Oh, not really MagSafe, but the equivalent of it. A Type-C to Type-C cable, and just some paperwork with the battery life, which is about rated for 50 hours. Then we get the phone itself. Yoink title like so. Throw that to the side. Do you seriously have the name of the color you use at the back of the device? Are you kidding me right here? This ain't a display tile for like a little paint thing that you can just, put on just so you know what you get. Get this shit off of here. Why? Like, literally it's telling you which version of the color you have. Like, it's marketing at the back of it, like if you ever someone else wanted to pick up this specific version. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I didn't pay for this phone so much so you can do a free effing advertising at the back of it. Go piss off. Pay for that. Anyway, now the device is on. Let's quickly go to the setup, because I do want to, actually we can already see the pretty minimal bezels right here. So I do want to give it props. The bezels right here, freaking great. Like, these are so good. Now, in terms of numbers, like actual percentage numbers, we're looking at over 90%, close to 91, being at 90.8% screen to body ratio. So these are like at the top of like what phones offers. And yeah, this phone looks pretty modern in terms of these bezels. No thanks, you're not going to be giving me ads. Two gestures. And so yeah, the bezels right here are pretty stellar, just to kind of keep them visible. There we go. Very good looking screen to body ratio. Now the display right here is a OLED display. It's 1 billion colors rated, 120 Hz refresh rate, HDR10 plus rated, and peak brightness of 4500 nits. Now these are pretty good screen specifications right here. Additionally, we have 446 pixels per inch, putting this device at a resolution of 1220 by 2712 pixels. Again, for such a 6.7 inch display on a phone, this is more resolution than you need. It's good. So that's pretty nice. We have Corning Gorilla Glass 7i Mosh level 4 right here. And then if we flip it over to the back, we have this, I'm not the biggest fan of this design right here. The color is fine. The color looks good. But this lighter, crappier looking green color as a ring around the cameras. It's like a mixture between gold and green. So yeah, not the best one. No, I don't really like how this looks like at the back. Just personal preference. I'm pointing it out because I just don't know how well that picks up on the camera, and obviously this will vary on depending on like what displays you're looking at this video at, so keep that in mind. So the cameras right here are 50 megapixel wide sensor, 50 megapixel ultra wide sensor, and are you kidding me? Are you kidding me here? You gotta be fucking kidding me here. And we have a fake camera. You have got to be absolutely shitting me here. Wow. I was going to be rough to this device, but the roughness just turned into, like, crank it up to 11. Yeah, this is absolute piece of shit. Like, F off with this garbage. Anyway, I'm going to first finish up the spec read, just so you have context of what I'm about to be shitting on. So, flipping into the front, we have the selfie camera that houses a, where is it? Another 50 megapixels. Now, with the back cameras, you can record videos at 4K up to 60 frames, and 1080p gets you to 240 frames, so that's slow motion. Well, the selfie one here gets you 4K 60 and 1080p 120. Again, I think that's slow motion, but I could be wrong. Now, camera-wise, it's okay. It would have been better if the phone decided not to give you this bullshit fake camera. And just to kind of showcase this, I'm gonna put my finger over this one. That's the one that is fake. Whatever, we don't need that. Oh, look at that, the camera is still working. 0.5, camera still working. 2, camera still working. Camera still working. Again, my finger is still covering it. So yeah, this is not a camera, it's a dud. Now, the reason I have a problem with this is because of the price of this device. There is no space on an 800 euro device for you to put anything that is shit. Like, you must be out of your fucking mind to do this. So, last thing to mention is, again, a shit quality 4800 mAh battery. Like, it's small. For a normal 6.7 inch display, it's small. Now, it is relatively thin. I don't care. I'm not going to be wedging it somewhere for it to need to be thin. What I do need it to do is last a respectable amount of hours. And 4800 ain't gonna cut it. We also have 68 watts of charging speed and 15 watts of wireless, which is also why this phone came with this little case. Now, this is a moronic take right here from a company, giving you a plastic hard shell case so you can utilize the Qi charging that it supports, the 15 watts, that by default does support, speaking legally only, the magnetic, or not magnetic, but a metal strip inside of the phone. So why the shit did you put it outside? Maybe I don't want to use a case, but I would sure shit like to mount it to Apple certified accessories that do have MagSafe, because that's what it's designed for. Apple basically allows for their kind of Qi charging accessories to be utilized with Qi charging. They just have MagSafe with this additional little nibbit right here to kind of lock it in specific position. The thing that they allow doesn't accommodate for that, so they do allow the magnetically attached devices, but they just don't have that little locking nibbit that, you know, kind of like locks it in place so it can be twisted, you know, left to right, or not easily. So yeah, that shit's supposed to be in here, not outside of it. Go piss off with this. What are you, Samsung? Samsung is another one that has the same shit and decided to not put it inside of the phone. Absolute moronic design here. And all of this, so you can have this absolutely fucking stupid idea of having a thin phone. Like, I give a shit that it's thin while missing features like a big battery, fast charging speed, well, it's still fast, and a MagSafe that is inside of the fucking phone instead of being outside of it. What am I supposed to do if I don't want to use a case? Glue it to the freaking charger? Stupid. Absolutely stupid. And I want to just point that out. This phone costs 800 euros by GSM Arena. And I'm actually gonna double check this, because this is an absolutely insulting price for a piece of shit like this. I didn't even mention the worst part yet. Holy shit, no. it's incorrect. At a current exchange rate, this phone is $1,000. Wow, great. Oh my god, fuck off. Jesus, that is a piece of shit. Oh boy, wow, I need to take a moment here. Wow, that is abhorrent device. Wow. Anyway, we actually haven't finished it yet, so let's get to this. We have 12 gigabytes of RAM, fine. 256 gigabytes of storage or 512. Those are the only two options. No expandable storage either. And the last kind of insult here for the price that this device costs, it comes with a Snapdragon 7 Gen 4. You must be a comedian here to put a processor like this at a flagship level. What the fuck is this? I don't think I have ever had such a absolute... I don't even know what to call this. This bafflement, this absolute confusion of production. What is this absolute shit? So, I want to point out, there is no bad devices. There are bad prices. And you can probably tell that this is a bad price for it. Or bad would be an understatement. This is a monumental failure in terms of what you're offering right here and what you're charging. Just to put that in perspective, this phone offering a fake camera, shitty battery, fake MagSafe that is outside of it, a branding, marketing branding at the back so you can, whoever sees this phone can know what color you have so they know what to look for. It's literally the name of the color that is of this phone. Have you ever seen, for instance, here, silver written at the back so you know, oh, I've got the silver version of Samsung. No, because it's absolutely insulting, especially when you're charging $1,000 for a device. And furthermore, we're not done here. Giving you a absolute garbage processor for such a price is just unacceptable. This phone, it belongs to the trash from beginning. For what they want, there is no reason anyone should buy this when you can go buy something like Samsung S25 Ultra, because it didn't sell too well, it's selling at the same price as this. Now, does this seem like it's gonna compete well against the S25 Ultra? I can tell you sure as shit it ain't. So this is just a waste. It's when you remove a charger from a box, you might as well remove the phone. It's as big of a e-waste. Actually, no, sorry. Charger is less of an e-waste. You actually have use for this. For $1,000, this phone shouldn't exist. It's an actual pollution to our planet. It's a waste of sand, plastic, and aluminum. Go make something better. Don't purchase this device. My goodness, this phone made me angry. The idea of producing the same shit over and over and increasing price of the product while decreasing its value is pissing the shit out of me. And more companies are starting to jump on a bandwagon because it's easier to try to give you a new device with nothing changed rather than actually try to work for it. So, pick up something else. Shit, at this price, pick up an iPhone. At least, you get a better cameras there. And generally faster device, considering they don't use a mid-range processor. So anyway, that rage kind of ends here. So if you found this video helpful, sorry for that. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.